Hi, my name is Dummy Number One, mostly because when I came home for work, I was editing the video that I'm actually doing, and I was talking about a topic when it comes to your native lenses and your manual lenses for your Fujifilm camera. Now, I ended up saying something that would have probably came off as being miscommunicating to each and every one of you, so I wanted to clear it up. So I ended up making another video in this new setup that I have now to basically clear things up to make things a lot more better for you all. However, as I was doing that, I realized that I accidentally deleted the intro for this video. So, here is me redoing the intro for this video. Excuse me because I'm very tired. I just got home from work doing overtime, so my mind is just like, so that's probably why I accidentally deleted it. So, yeah, let me give you the rundown of everything. I was messing around on my camera because I ended up getting two new cinema lenses for my camera, and as I was, having a good time playing around with them and testing them all out, I realized that I had something specifically turned off that was not allowing me to actually use these lenses. Now, this thing is something that I really do not hear everyone end up talking about, and it's something that just goes right over a lot of people's heads, and that's what I wanted to bring in for you. But I also wanted to do something educational as well and talk about the differences between your Fujifilm lenses, your native Fujifilm lenses, and also manual and analog lenses, and the reason why that setting is completely always turned off. So if you end up liking the educational part of this video and you think I should end up doing more, just let me know and I can figure out something else that I can whip out that I'm definitely actually really good at and wanted to share knowledge with each and every one of you. But yeah, you'll end up seeing me later on again in this new setup and concluding the video. So hopefully you all enjoy this and have a good time and find this, knowledgeable to each and every one of you all. Oh, and then I'll also have a little uh trick as well, a little tip for each and every one of you, for photographers and also people who do video as well. Something that I do all the time and I've been doing it for years. So yeah, enjoy the video. I'll see you again later, and yeah, have fun. From your native lenses to your manual and analog lenses, they're kind of like a night and day situation when it comes to connecting them to your camera. Your native lenses for your Fujifilm camera are basically a match made in heaven. They know each other very well. They know each other's ins and outs, etc. And the reason why they do is because of these little gold squares that are on the inside of your Fujifilm lenses. Now, what these are is they basically relay the information from the lens to the camera to let the camera know that I know what lens this is, I know what focal length it stops at, and it's also a automatic lens, and I know how to do all of that, and it makes things a lot more easier for you, especially if you're a photographer or videographer, etc. That way you don't have to do everything by yourself. The camera just knows what information is going to go back and forth because of those gold squares. Now, if you're one of those people that do not like to keep the bottom cap on, uh, you are living a dangerous life. You want to protect those at all costs, because if anything happens to those gold squares, your lens and your camera will kind of have like a rocky relationship and things will go south very quickly. I have not been in that situation, thank Jeebos, because I keep this cap on my lens at all times. I ain't got money to be shuffling out buying lenses every goddamn time. So that cap stays on. And if you are in harsh weather conditions, make sure you also keep that on as well, because these lenses are weather resistant. They're not weatherproof. Remember that. So like I said, anything, slightly damages to those gold things, it just has a little complication with the camera and the lens at the same time. Now, with the manual or analog lenses, the difference between those is that, ow, I hurt my elbow. They do not have any gold squares on the inside of these cinema lenses or analog lenses. And for each and every analog lens, you can automatically connect them to your Fujifilm camera. You are going to need an adapter, which does not have these gold squares. And it's mostly because, the native lenses are automatically meant for the brand to have this computer information to go back and forth, while third-party lenses for like cinema and analog doesn't have it. So you pretty much are gonna have to do everything yourself. So there is no autofocus with these. You'll have to do that yourself. You won't know what t-stop it is because on the camera the information will come up as automatically 0. And the thing is, your camera doesn't know what's on the camera. It feels like you took its glasses off and they can't see anything. And the reason why your camera does that, and this is the main thing, the reason why I made this video, is because a lot of people do not talk about this one setting that is on default on why you cannot use your manual lens or your analog lens when you connect it to your Fujifilm camera. So I'm going to help you to turn a setting on so that way you can use those and you can go ahead and have fun. Are you ready? So what you're going to do, you're going to go into settings, you're going to go to button/dial settings, scroll down until you see shoot without a lens. Now, don't be a fool and start shooting the camera with you taking photos and taking video without the lens on the camera. You're going to damage your sensor, and I can't stress that enough. Please, I would like to think that we're all very, very smart out here. So make sure you have your lens on your camera before you end up turning this on and doing anything crazy, so you will have your camera and be able to have fun. But yes, this setting is something that is never on by default. It is always completely off, and the reason why is because 9 times out of 10 you are always using your native lenses for your camera anyway. So Fujifilm is just like, well, there's no reason to turn it on if you do not have a cinema lens or if you're not using an analog lens. So yes, that is how you are able to use that. Like I said, I never really see people when they talk about cinema lenses for your Fujifilm camera or tell you, about, when they're using an analog lens, that this setting needs to be turned on in order for you to use it. So hopefully this is even more educational for you going on in the future. Okay, quick thing. So as I was going through the video and I was editing everything, I realized that some things after that would have probably came up as miscommunication regarding the manual or analog lenses connecting to your Fujifilm camera. Was gonna just end up jumbling and messed up anyway. So I wanted to just make this to clear up anything that I've said prior to that. So what I wanted to say is, it's not that your camera can't see anything through your lens when you connect a third party or a manual or an analog lens to your Fujifilm camera. It's that the shutter button will not work because your lenses are different compared to your native lenses. So once you end up turning that setting on, you are allowed to take a photo or do any type of video when it comes to you having cinema lenses on your camera. So I just wanted to make that clarification, because I think I said that the lens will not work if you connect it without the settings turned on. It will work. You can see through it. You can go in focus and do all of that stuff, but however, you just cannot take a photo or record video or anything on it. And I also have another cool tip that I also use that I wanted to just share with the rest of you all. Is right underneath that it says shoot without card. Now this will allow you to take like a test shot without the SD card also in the camera. I like to do this whenever I'm on like a photo shoot or I am doing something for my short films, just so I don't fill up the memory card a lot more and just have just empty test shots just laying around in my memory card. That's pretty much the reason why I turn it on. So if you want to also turn that on as well, you can definitely turn that on. Just make sure the memory card is not in the camera when you do this. Once you have it out, you can just fire away, but what it will do is it will take a test shot and then it will just automatically delete it. So you can do that as many times as you need to get the perfect lighting for your situation that you have going on. So Hopefully this cleared everything up, but I just got home from work and I'm very tired and I'm very hungry. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy the video and you all have a good day or a good night or whenever you're watching this. Bye. I also hope you guys like the new setup too. But anyway, yeah, bye.